Hello, everyone. This is Jackie. For those who don't know me, I am a life and business coach. What I do is I help new and future entrepreneurs build their life, their finances, and their business. This recording is being recorded for my podcast, Victory Chat with Jackie, your victory star here. So for those who follow me, y'all know how I do it. I allow people to introduce themselves because who can better introduce themselves than that person? Okay, you get your name right, your title, your everything. So just tell us your name, your title, and what you do. Go ahead.
Awesome. So my name is Manny Hall. I have a marketing and branding company, and we are the best marketing company in the entire world. I say that very humbly. We work very, very hard with our clients to help really expose them to the right clients, right customers on a daily basis. So no matter what the industry they're a part of, we really help them with the entire branding experience to help take their brand to the next level.
All right, just to let you all know, Manny does not know what the questions are. So everything is coming off the top of his head, okay? So we're gonna get down to the nitty-gritty, what's really going on in entrepreneurship and marketing field. Okay, so how long have you been in business?
So I've been in business as an entrepreneur, I would say probably 13 years, but for Manny Hall and Associates, my marketing agency, we've been in existence since July 27, 2017.
Okay. Have you ever worked with a coach, consultant, advisor, or a virtual assistant?
Yes, I have.
Which one? All of them?
Well, I have a virtual assistant now, and I've worked with many different coaches in the past, life coaching, motivation coach for someone to just kind of like rev me up to kind of get me pumped up about my dreams and my goals. So, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. That was it.
Oh, okay. So do you purchase things online? And if so, how often?
Yes, I do purchase things online. I would say maybe at least once or twice a week, primarily through Amazon.
Everybody loves to mention Amazon. I'm telling you, they winning. Because I've had I think 7 or 8 interviews, and each one of them mentioned Amazon. Okay, so what made you choose your profession?
Just for the love of helping people in this particular area.
Do you have, okay, you mentioned you had a virtual assistant, but besides a virtual assistant, do you have other people helping you do your daily tasks?
Are you saying for my business or me personally?
For your business.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. So we have a team of individuals that work in different capacities.
So this is a money question. I didn't mean to cough. That just came out.
You're fine.
Generally, I have water with me, but today I don't have water. I'm doing it like a champ. Okay, so this is about money, revenue. So compared to where you started to where you are, how much of an increase have you made compared to when you started?
I would say from where I started, it's probably grown since last year, since I really started picking up more sales in the middle of 2018. So I probably have grown from probably about 50 or 60%.
Okay, that's a good answer. So, do you have support from family and friends?
Yes.
In your business?
Absolutely, yes. Yep.
Are you married, single, and do you have children?
Yes, I'm married. We have 6 children together.
Wow. How old are you?
37.
Okay, so when you first started your business, what were some of the challenges you ran into, and how did you resolve it?
Yeah, some of the immediate challenges were believing in myself, really having the confidence to get out there and make it happen, being nervous, with thoughts of people not accepting the business or accepting me, feeling like I didn't have all the answers and expertise, so I couldn't actually get out there and make it happen. Money was an inhibitor in the beginning because I thought that I needed a lot of money to make certain moves, but later I found out that I didn't. Um, Friends and family, I would say, never really was an inhibitor, because it's been 12, 13 years for me really realizing the importance of cutting people off. So I've made that a practice in my life to not have any negative people in my life whatsoever.
So how did you resolve the other problems, the other issues?
So the other issues of, as far as like money, early on, I identified how I was going to eventually be able to help my clients. And my sweet spot is really helping clients understand that they can win without a lot of money. So although Facebook ads, Instagram ads are extremely effective, for some people, they just don't have the money to do it, or they don't believe in it enough. Or the biggest third reason is they just don't know how to do the ads, so they end up wasting a lot of money. So I kind of teach them a different way to brand themselves to actually get the sales that they're looking for. So for me, it was easy to overcome that eventually when I had to change my mindset about it. But again, I'll say the biggest issue as an entrepreneur that I ran into was my mindset, believing in myself, understanding that I can have this. For a very long time, I had a poverty mindset. I really thought the wrong way, and I had no idea that it was my thinking that was keeping me bound.
So
So
where
once
did
I changed that, then I was able to turn things around.
where did your poverty mindset come from?
Childhood,
Did you
everything that I look at, the
did you
poverty
grow up in
mindset.
poverty?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Did you grow up in poverty?
No, I didn't. But I grew up with a poverty mindset. So I think that that's actually worse than growing up in poverty, because somebody can grow up in poverty and still not have a poverty mindset. It's all about your thinking, what you believe about yourself versus your surroundings. So the reason that my poverty mindset really started is because this is all that we ever knew. We thought that this is all you could have. You make a certain amount of money and that's it. You live in this neighborhood and that's about it. If you move a little bit further out with some other cultures, then you really won. But that wasn't really true success for me. And once I started getting older, the poverty mindset stayed there because I hung around people that had the same mindset. It's like, okay, starting a business is way too tough. You can't do it. You can't be successful. You can't do this.
People
You
in the
can't do that.
trenches, like I like to say, people in the trenches.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So after a while, like I just really changed my mindset. Books like Think and Grow Rich has helped me tremendously. Psycho-cybernetics have been extremely valuable to me. And just really thinking of a different way of thinking has just really brought me tremendous success.
Okay, how long did it take for your mindset to come around before that
Um,
light bulb turned off on?
Yeah, I think that overall it's a process. I mean, for me, like that's something that's still happening. So I'm still canceling these negative thoughts that try to come because it's sometimes so ingrained inside of us. But in order to get to where I am right now, I really think that that probably took about 2 years of me like really doing a lot of decluttering, um, telling myself that certain ways of thinking were lies and there were no truth in them at all, that I can't have this because of this all what all my family had, or this is all the community had, or this what people grew up with. And I had to expose myself to other successful Black men, other successful Black women, other successful people, period, to see like, oh, the potential is there. And the only thing that they did this, and they went down this road, and they educated themselves, and they surrounded themselves with positivity and all those things that eventually, after a while, layers upon layers of junk just started coming off of me. But it was a process. And I would say, like, to your audience, that more than anything else, you're going to have to detach yourself from these individuals. Like, even if you still tell yourself these bad, negative thoughts, that's fine. It's not good. But more than anything else, you got to get away from these other individuals because they're the ones that's really going to rehearse these lies to you over and over and over again. Every time you bring some big dream, some big idea to them, they're going to try to squash it because that's just where they are with their mindset. So you get around people that are faith driven, they really care about the passion and desires that they have, and they want more, then it's going to be a lot easier for you to want more too, because you'll start to see yourself differently. And that's what they talk about in cyber cybernetics, that like you have to see yourself change. You can't see yourself the same way. Like the guy that wrote the book, he was a plastic surgeon. And what's so fascinating is like he found, and even when he gave somebody a new nose or face, whatever, new body, that if they didn't think that they were attractive, they didn't think that they were pretty and they were better, then they still held on to that lie, then nothing changed, no matter what they did to their body. So he found that you have to change your mindset about yourself.
Did you find that, I know you said it took 2 years, but did you find that there were a link between you growing personally to your business growing?
Absolutely. That's you can't be successful if you're not successful personally. I strongly believe that you have to work on those issues that you had in the past or stuff that's currently going on with bad habits, mindset, all those things. So it doesn't matter how successful your product or service is. If you can't be the person that you're supposed to be, then you're going to eventually mess the whole business up, because it's like bad habits of spending are going to creep into your business. If you don't believe in yourself, it's going to creep into your business. So then now when you're trying to sell to people, you're not going to believe what you're trying to sell them. You're not going to be confident in the product or the service. You're going to be shying away from it. They're going to be telling you all their objections, and you're going to be like, yeah, you're right. It is too much money. Like, so it's like you have to be able to understand that your personal life, your personal thoughts is all a part of business. There's no turning it off. Like who you are is always going to be who you attract.
I love this conversation. Okay, so here's a little easier question. When you started your business, how long before you made your first sale?
So when I started Manny Hall and Associates in July 27, 2017, and I made my first sale in June of 2018. And, you know, for that first year, I was just really trying to find my way and understand the market a little bit better, and to be able to
How many months was that?
I'm sorry?
How many months was that?
So it was about a year.
Oh, okay. That's, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, it was probably because your mindset had to grow. So here's another question. What is the largest amount have you invested in your growth as an entrepreneur or in your business?
Okay, so I would say like last year and even in this year, I probably spent maybe $3,000 to $4,000 like from last year, and then also again this year with different systems and trainings and things of that nature in order to take my business and brand to the next level.
So I know you mentioned books, but what forms of training do you prefer? Do you prefer in person? Do you prefer like webinars where you can see the people, or do you prefer independent?
I kind of like would probably say video form, like where it's like something on YouTube that I can rewind and fast forward. Like if I'm with someone in person and it's an event that they're teaching something, I might have a question and you can't really answer it because you're in the middle of talking. So then after the event, most everybody is flocking after you. So then I can't really get any words in. But I like the video because like if I didn't quite hear something, I can just rewind it. And then if there's a question, I can just look it up on Google and find the answer.
Oh, okay. That's an easy question. Okay. What's your favorite book, TV show, and things to do?
Okay, favorite book is probably I would say 33 Strategies of War by a guy named Robert Greene. And that was an amazing book. And then you asked me what else? Favorite
TV show and things to do.
Okay. TV show The Office is one of my favorites of all time. And things to do, I would say just doing marketing. Like for my business, that's so much fun to me to try different strategies and talk to people. Like I love that.
Yeah, I call it when you find your zhoosh or you find your superpower.
So you said Jush?
It doesn't feel like work. So it's like fun, and you can do it for hours and hours. And the only thing you have to be, you have to be aware of your time and your other responsibilities.
Absolutely.
But it doesn't feel like work because you're enjoying what you do.
Right. So what did you call it? Zush?
Huh?
You said when you find your Zush?
Yeah.
What's that?
I described it as just your superpower.
Okay, Zush. Where'd you get that one at?
I don't know. I just started saying it one day, and I don't know where it came from.
Okay. It's just something inside was like, it's your Zush. Okay.
Anyway,
awesome.
your superpower, it's just another way of saying when you find your purpose.
Gotcha.
When you
find
your purpose in your life, in life, it doesn't feel like a job.
Absolutely.
So here's a light question. It's actually my last question. How long before you became a full-time entrepreneur?
So I still go to a job. So I am full-time entrepreneur and a full-time worker for a company.
Oh, you burn the midnight oil.
Yeah, and thankfully I'm able to work all throughout the day, since the majority of my job as a business owner is like helping people with their social media, helping with strategy. So if it's not me on the phone with them or just managing a social media page, then it's good. Like I really don't even need the computer for the most part. So it's just mostly done just on my phone. So I'm handling client issues and relationships all throughout the day. And the company that I work for is a workers' compensation insurance company, but I do marketing for them. So still within that vein. Yeah.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Shoot. Multiple streams of income.
Absolutely.
That's an entrepreneur's goal. They don't have it just in one area.
Right.
Okay, so I want to thank you so much for agreeing to this interview. Before I let you go, tell the people what program or what product you have available, and if they want more information, how they can get in contact with you. Make sure that if you give a website, you spell it. Okay?
Absolutely. Thank you. Okay, so everyone, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this interview. I had an amazing time. And my website for you to visit is www.mannyhall.com, and that's MANNYHALL.com. And like I said, at the top of the program, I'm a brand strategist. I help people with marketing. I help them with their branding. I stand on 3 principles of telling your story effectively, bringing value to your audience, and building relationships. If you're doing all of those combined all the time, you will always win on social media, which will eventually turn into some massive sales for you. So I would love to work with you. You can reach me on Facebook. It's just Manny Hall. Again, MANNY space HALL. On Instagram is Manny_Hall. On Twitter is author Manny Hall. And I would love to connect with you. If nothing else, just stop by and say hello.
Thank you so much. We enjoyed you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Thanks so much for your time.